Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're going to be doing an unboxing of the Simmons Family Jewels Season 1 DVD Collector's Edition. So let's get into it. So first off, we're going to take a look at the packaging here. We have some nice flames at the bottom and the top here, and it says Simmons Family Jewels in that font. And at the bottom it says A&E. Sides, nothing really. See-through, so you can see the book. And here's the back where you can open it from. Here it looks like. We're gonna open it from the top. Take this part out. There's nothing else inside there. And here's the book itself. Nice book, like nice matte black here. Picture of Gene and his family. If you flip it to the back, nothing on the spine here. Gene Simmons Family Jewels. And there's his money bag logo, genesimmons.com. And it says A&E once again. So we're gonna open it first. I'm surprised there's no like description on the back of the box. And we have like this old page, it looks like here, and it has like a stamp of Gene Simmons Family Jewels. It's like a binder book. I don't know what you call that. So we got Once Upon a Time. So it just goes through everything throughout his life. Here's young Heimwit. I must have been about a year and a half in the little, I can't really see it. The little tricycle was my most prized possession. You couldn't get me off that thing, and there's a picture of him on that tricycle. Right here it says Beauty and the Beast with him and Shannon. Right here is a picture and it says One Big Happy Family with Nick and Sophie Young. Picture of when Nick was younger, dad looking hairier and scarier than ever, sitting next to him. The prettiest mommy you ever saw in stealing the show, Sophie Little. Oh, that's Sophie. I thought that was Nick. 3. There was a king named Simmons. And there's a picture of Gene with his makeup on. Looks like Nick. Young Nick was not too pleased to see dad in kiss makeup for the first time. He wasn't sure it was dad. This nice detail here. More pictures. Beater dad got off a kiss tour and made it to the hospital just in time to see Nick being born. Shannon's tears got to me right after the camera stopped shooting pictures. The next one here, if it focuses. Here I am holding Nick right after he was born. I had no clue how to be a father or how to hold your son. I may look confident, but I was actually scared to death. Here's a picture of him and Sophie. When little Sophie hugs me like she's doing in this photo, and she still does, I lose it. At the moment, she can ask me for anything and she knows I'll make it happen. Go on the next page here. Here's Nick looking over dad's shoulder as happy, laughing. Sophie waits for her turn at dad's birthday cake. The next one here's dad in kiss makeup at a band rehearsal with the family. Looks like during reunion. Dad with Nick and Sophie. Dad, I never thought that would be my name. And now whenever I hear the kids call me that, I come running. This is going basically about his kids. And we have this one right here, Gene Simmons Family Jewels. Happily unmarried, next generation rock star. The demon lives, driving me crazy. Food or sex, sexercise, and the anniversary. Here's a nice little sleeve for the disc here. We're gonna take a look at it. Red disc with gold. Disc 1. There's Gene, Shannon, dog. Nice, and it just slides into the pocket like that. Going on the next page. So I'm guessing these are the episodes as well. It just doesn't say that. It's a little different from here. And we got Gene Simmons, Family Jewels, Disc 2, Episodes, Loose Chains, Fantastic, Horsing Around, Shrink Wrapped, Gene's Addiction, Behind the Makeup, and the features the unseen couch interviews inside the Demon's Lair, Gene's History of Rock and Roll, the Lost Songs, Bloopers, Behind the Makeup, and Gene Simmons 24/7. It's basically the same disc art. Same red color, it just says disc 2. Slide that back in. Going on to the next page, and we got the biography of Gene Simmons. This disc is different. So take it out here. Here it is, biography of Gene Simmons. There's a picture of him during the reunion tour. There's a picture of Chaim Vitz that we saw before. And we got a picture of Gene from when the show first came out. And we got this little note here. I write the songs. In the near future, I plan on releasing a box set called Monster, the Gene Simmons box set. And I wanted to give you all a sense of some stuff you hear. The box set will include non-Kiss songs. Plans are it will include over 150 unreleased songs I've demoed up before and after the Casablanca, Polygram, Universal deals Kiss entered into. The box set will include material I have written that goes all the way back to 1968 and up through 2005. You're My Reason for Living. I wrote the original version of this song in the late 60s. I was in my last few years of high school, and I had started to fool around with guitars and melodies and girls naturally. I'm gonna move it down here so you guys can see the rest of the letter here. I worshipped the Beatles for some time, and through I don't know how to say that word, sorry. I suppose some of their chordal melody sense must have seeped into my tunes in those days. I tend to write in major keys. I tend to raise the voicing of the chorus. I tend to stay away from rips, which in Kiss would be a munch. I can't say that word either. I would often use to balls up a song. So these songs were pre-riff songs. The riffs you heard in songs like Ever All I Can, Black Diamond, Strutter, Flamin' Youth, and many others became my signature, if you will. But here, before I paid attention to riffs, I relied on chords, melody, and tender lyrics. Admittedly, You're My Reason for Living was written as a tribute to a song by an English group from the 60s called Marmalade. I can't say that word either, the name either. You wouldn't know the song if you heard it. It starts with a major A chord and has a rising melody tension that gives it the verse sense. Rain Keeps Falling. I've always loved rain songs, and there have been plenty of them. Sorry. It's a rainy night in Georgia, rain, and so on. And early on, I tried my hands at one. It was sorry about this. It's hard to see it. It was to be the only rain theme song I would ever write to this day. I tried to use the Temptations as a reference point to how the bass figure worked against the chords. But what I found interesting is that when I put the distortion G chord stabbed against the bass finger, which tended to have an A resting place, it gave the song an edge. And because the open G chord came through in a distortion amp rather than strings, which tended to be what Motown often used, it almost was a Zep quality into it. Moving on to the bottom, I never tried to figure out what it all meant, where I was going, and who I was writing for. This was pre-Kiss. This was in the days prior to the Demon, prior to worrying about what the fans would say if I wimped out in my songwriting. this was the beginning, and it has a signature there, Gene Simmons. So before we look at the disc, so he said he wanted to do a box set called Monster of over 150 songs that he wrote throughout the years. He eventually released it, but he didn't end up calling it Monster. He ended up calling it The Vault, and ended up naming the last Kiss album that released in 2012 Monster. So this is kind of cool, how he planned to name something, name The Vault Monster, but he didn't, and decided to name Kiss album Monster. And here's the disc here from the upcoming Monster, the Gene Simmons box set. So it's 2 songs. I got Rain Keeps Falling and You're My Reason for Living. There's a picture of Gene there. So this is really a CD more than this one. It's really more than a CD than a DVD. And here's the last one, last page. Why am I the only one smiling? Well, Sophie is smiling too there. And we have The Demon. And they lived happily ever after. Go to close the book. Overall, this is a very cool thing to get if you don't have Gene Simmons Family Jewels and you want to get it. I would recommend this. That's what I did. I wanted to watch Gene Simmons Family Jewels. I don't have any of the subscriptions for anything to buy it, to get it. So I decided to get this. I got this off of Amazon for like 15, 16 bucks. And it's good. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next one. Bye. Sorry guys, I just found out there's pages I missed out on. So here's my father. I was about 5 years old, and he seemed to me to be the biggest person walking on earth. Look at me now. Sophia, at about 3 weeks old, how would you like to have a fire-breathing dad and a beautiful mom t-shirt on either side of you? The lovely Shannon and the gorgeous Princess Sophie. Shannon, let me taste the best cake I ever had in my life. I love rainbow cake, and she had one made to order. The largest rainbow cake I have ever seen. About 3 feet long and 2 feet wide, 8 foot high, with our faces on them, chocolate and more chocolate. Nick, the rock star, leading a band comprised of his dad on bass and side musicians. Here we are jamming on a song we made up on the spot at the NAMM convention. Beautiful Sophie and Shannon. They look more like sisters. Dad just got off the road, and his dog tired but happy, nothing less. No matter how tired I am, the family reminds me of what it's all about. And the last one, here's Dad rocking out on bass guitar. Oh, it's not the last one. Ambushed. Nick rocking at his first gig. Sophie getting ready for a ride. And the actual last one, I always get the last laugh. And then it goes on to the disc. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.